Welcome back, family. I wanted to share something real quick that is powerful and humbling to think about when it comes to your genetic code. The thing that makes you unique to all of creation. There's never been one like you in existence, and that's how it's been for all of creation. And so we have a genetic code, each of us, and I have talked in the past about how comparing it to a computer code is very misleading, far more complex. When we talked about things like the Human Genome Project, how they revealed that we didn't even map out an entire genome, that was extremely unsettling because I had thought we did. And most people I talked to in the science world believe that the Human Genome Project was a success. However, it wasn't. And there's things about DNA that are still a mystery to this very day. And it hasn't even been discovered, its structure, like they say it has. You know, the two fellows of the Royal Society right here, Watson and Crick, these guys didn't discover anything. They made a model of what they thought DNA looked like, but they never discovered anything. And to this day, those animations exist of the double helix everywhere you look, but we don't know exactly what this stuff looks like. But we do know that it can store a lot of information. So for this analogy, I'm going to use the computer code comparison, even though, like I said, it's misleading. But the experts supposedly found out is that every cubic millimeter of your DNA has about 1,000 terabytes worth of information stored. Every cubic millimeter. And so my thought was, if this is true, I'm not saying it is, it's probably far greater than that. How much would our entire body have? And so I looked up how many cubic millimeters of DNA you guys have on average, and it came to about 1,992,000 cubic millimeters of DNA per person. So that amount of storage would equate to 1,992,000,000 terabytes of data. That is so much storage. So much that I thought, how big of a computer would you need a storage system, or at least not even a computer, but a storage system facility of that much information? How large would it have to be? So I went to Google and asked that question. How large would a computer need to be in order to store 1,992,000,000 terabytes of data? And this is where it gets humbling. Listen to this. To have a computer with 9,992,000,000 terabytes of storage, you would need a system far larger than any single machine. It would require a massive data center infrastructure with a physical footprint covering tens of thousands of square feet, all dedicated to storage. A facility of this size is measured in square footage and would require significant space, power, and cooling. Size comparison. A single modern data center campus can have millions of square feet and house hundreds of thousands of servers. The 47,000 racks needed for 1.992 billion terabytes is comparable in scale to the largest data center operation in the world. Power and cooling is something that's totally different. I mean, think about this. We don't have to have this, but if you had that much data with a computer system, maintaining this much hardware would generate an immense amount of heat, it says, necessitating a robust cooling system. The power draw for such a facility would be on par with a small city. The power draw of something capable of housing the storage that our DNA has in a human body would use as much power as a small city. There is absolutely no way that people can see stuff like this. And this is from the so-called experts, not even creationists, and say that we were not intelligently designed. We don't need all of that. We don't need millions of square miles. Our Father packed something that is so intricate into the size of a human body, something that, if unwound, they say, could circumnavigate the equator over 1,000,000 times if it were as explained, that double helix that could be unwound like that. I'm not saying it's not a double helix. I'm just saying that if it is, because I question everything now, I want to be able to see it. And at this point with technology, I feel like we should be able to see it, but we haven't yet. That's crazy. And so our Father is an intelligent designer beyond all intelligent designers. There is no one that can design the way that He does, and there is no creation that has a guiding force within it, like the breath of life. Things always need repair. They break down. They need to be charged. They need all these different things. They need those large cooling systems and things like that. We are one advanced machine, and our Father is the creator of heaven and earth, and He made all of these things in 6 days. His words tell us that. His intelligent design speaks volumes about who He is and what He is capable of. And it makes me feel bad for limiting what He can do. We have to realize that. Look at what He's already done. And just imagine what He can go ahead and do for each of you in your lives. Do not limit Him. If you think He can't set you free from something, you are wrong. He can do anything. And He has proven that time and time again. And so I just wanted to share this to hopefully give you some humbling information because I had no clue until I started trying to do the math using the data they give us. And again, I'm sure it's far greater than this. Time will tell. And I just wanted to pass this along because I'm going to be leaving pretty soon, going on the road to Texas. Make sure if you can go there and see us, even if it's just for one day of the conference. It's a 2 day conference. We'll be speaking on Sunday, but it's Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to catch Sunday, show up, Dallas, Texas. If you're in that area and drop by. If it's a few hours away, it should be worth the drive. Even if it's 5 or 6 hours, I still think it's going to be worth the drive for you guys. And so hopefully we get to catch some of you all there. But I'll be talking about some of the cool things with creation. I have a presentation that I can't wait to share. It's hard for me not to share it with you guys early. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I will share a lot of it after the conference. And so I hope this was uplifting to some of you guys who needed something uplifting to listen to in terms of creation and intelligent design. It's something that is far beyond the reach of evolution. And that's one thing I'm going to be exposing on Sunday, tearing apart, further dismantling their false tree of life. And so I look forward to sharing all that with you guys. Those of you who can't make it, I'll try to do my best to share what I can with you. But again, I love you guys. The Father loves you, and we will see you next time.